Stress incontinence is any leakage from the bladder that happens when the pressure in your tummy goes up. This might be related to coughing or laughing or sneezing or picking up heavy things, or it might be more related to the activity that you're doing, whether that's things like gardening, standing up from a chair, or running or doing weightlifting activities. Stress incontinence can be caused by lots of different things. It might be that you've noticed the bladder leakage has got worse as you've got older. It might be to do with having a cough that's persisted for a very long time, or if you've had constipation which has been really hard to resolve. We also know that stress incontinence can be contributed towards by different types of births, and if you've had a more difficult birth, it might be that you're more likely to have stress incontinence, or that stress incontinence might be more bothersome. Stress incontinence happens when the pressure inside the bladder at the top of this balloon is more than the pressure in the urethra at the bottom where the wee comes out. Different things might change the pressure at the top. For example, how big your cough is or how heavy the thing is that you're picking up. But there's all different sorts of factors that can also affect the pressure at the bottom. It might be that there's lower estrogen levels, which means there's less support at the bottom. It could be that the pelvic floor muscles, which clamp down on the bottom to support the bladder, might not be working optimally. They might be a bit weak or too tight, or it might be they're just a little bit too slow to turn on. Or it might be that because of changes in the pelvis, the bladder is sitting slightly lower, so the pelvic floor muscles can't squeeze in the right place, so they can't do their job properly. The good news is there's loads of things that can be done about stress incontinence. Often people are advised to do pelvic floor muscle training, which is a really good place to start because we want those muscles to work really, really well. But sometimes, for lots of women, just doing lots of pelvic floor muscle contractions isn't enough, because the problem is slightly more complicated than that, because we need to make sure that the pressure is working well at the top as well as at the bottom. So if you've been doing loads of Kegels and it's not worked for you, you're absolutely not alone. Using a device like Contrel can be really useful because it supports the bit at the bottom of the bladder. So there's more support here so that you can cough and laugh and sneeze and run without any problems with leaking from the bladder.